What is up guys, Zach here from the Chaos Galaxy, and today I'm going to be showing you every single card from the second starter deck, or base Galaxy 2, for my trading card game, the Chaos Galaxy. And it's called Chaos Galaxy Base Galaxy 2, The Depths of Palicium. If you haven't checked out my video showing every card for the other base Galaxy, which is the Infernos of Sheos, there'll be a link to that in the description below. But yeah, virtually all the cards in this galaxy are based around the planet Palicium, and it introduces one of the first archetypes into the game, the nano rays, which live in the underwater city of Rolantis, and the first card is their boss creature, the one you can see right here, and its name is ZETTORAY MANTALOSSUS. So it's an 8-star with some very good all-round stats of 390 power and 400 health, and this is the only really rare card you get in the galaxy, and like I said, it's sort of the face of the galaxy and the boss creature, and it says, if this creature is free played by the ability of the card Rolantis, which I'll get to later in the video, it gains 100 power, and also you get to draw 2 cards. So you do have the option to play him normally, but if you play him through the ability of Rolantis, then you get some really big advantages over your opponent. Next up, we're getting onto the nano rays now. This is probably the best one. His name's Nano Ray Gymnorus. He's a 3-star, he's rare, and you get 2 copies of him in this galaxy. He's got 110 power and 60 health, which isn't too great. However, when you cost play him, so when you pay 3 stars to play him from your hand, you can add a Rolantis or another Nano Ray creature from your galaxy to your hand, and then this just helps you get your combos off, so it gets your Rolantis into your hand so you can play your other cards, or just add some more Nano Rays if you've already got a Rolantis. So it lets you get most of your combo pieces for the big moves you can make with this galaxy. Next up, we've got Nano Ray Elasmabon. He's got 80 power, 90 health, he's a 2-star, and he doesn't have an ability, so he's quite a basic card. You get 2 copies of him in this galaxy as well. Next up is probably the cutest card of the Nano Rays, Nano Ray Skitoda. He's only a 1-star, he's got 40 power and 30 health, but if he gets attached to a Rolantis card on your planet, then you get 1 point, which can be quite handy. Could even potentially win you the game quite late on. You get 2 copies of him as well. So those cards are all brand new. We've got a couple of reprint cards from set 1 as well that you can get your hands on. So the first one of these is Thousand Eyed Fish, 140 power, 250 health, and it's just a basic 4-star common card. We've then got Transponge, which is one of my favourite cards in the game. 20 power, 90 health, and only 1 star. Okay, then we have our rare reprint card. So in both of these galaxies, what I'm doing is I'm taking a fan favourite card from set 1 and I'm reprinting it, bumping it up from a common card to a rare card. So it's kind of more exciting if you get your hands on it. And this reprint is Jellyfished. He's got 210 power, 70 health, and as you can see by the blue stars, he is a rare in this galaxy. So you get 1 copy of him. Then as well as the new cards and reprints from set 1, there's going to be some sort of early release cards from set 2. So this is Cryocross. He's a rare in set 2, but he's been downgraded to just a common in this galaxy. He's got 70 power, 10 health, and his ability reads, whilst he's in a creature zone on your planet, you can attach it to a Palicium creature on your planet, which has 6 or more stars, and then that creature gains 70 power. So of course you can go and attach him to your ZETTORAY MANTALOSSUS, making its power 460, or if it's been played by the ability of Rolantis, it would go up to 560, which is kind of ridiculous. Next up, we've got actually the strongest common card I've ever made for the game. This is a brand new exclusive card. It's not coming in set 2, it's just in this galaxy, and it's called the Mystical Beast of the Deep. It's got 340 power and a health of 310. It's a 7-star, so its stats aren't quite good enough to be a 7-star, but it has a really cool ability, which is when it's killed by an attack, you can add one of either player's killed Palicium creatures with 6 or more stars to your hand. So this is really good for the ZETTORAY MANTALOSSUS, because if you've got a Rolantis on your planet that's able to play a ZETTORAY MANTALOSSUS, but that's already been killed or used somehow, then you can just go ahead and recycle it and then use that Rolantis' ability again. Also, you can use it to recycle cards like Cranchon, which you don't actually get in this galaxy, but you can get it in set 1, which is the most powerful card in the game out at the moment. And then there's also a couple of more cards in set 2 coming out that you can be able to play with Mystical Beast of the Deep. So this card's pretty good and it's only going to get better. Next up is another new card. This is Shell Aggro. It's 150 power, 140 health, and it's a 3-star common, so there's not that much to say about him. Next up is Duple Drop. You saw Floople Flame in the Sheos Galaxy. This is kind of the Palicium counterpart, so it works with the actual planet card of Palicium, and it says this card can count as 2 separate creatures when being used with the planet's ability, I'll get onto what the planet does later on, but this is really handy because you can just go ahead and play a really strong Palicium creature from your hand just for the cost of this DOOPLE drop. And next up we've got the final rare creature. It's another elite creature, and this is Elite Transponge. This is definitely one of my favourite new cards for the Galaxy. It's got 290 power and 330 health, so he's pretty strong all round. And to cosplay him, you must kill one regular Transponge from your hand or planet, and then you pay 1 star, because that's how many stars Transponge has. And then that's instead of paying the 6 stars that you would normally pay to play a 6-star creature. But because this has the elite ability, it doesn't really work like that. And yeah, I'm a big fan of this card. As you guys probably know, Transponge is one of my favourite cards in the game, so it's really cool to see a buffed up version of him that you can actually do some big damage with. Next up, we've got the only non-Palicium creature in this entire galaxy. It's Weatherman CLOOD, 140 power, 240 health, 4 stars and no ability. This is a sneak peek card from set 2, and the reason why it's in this galaxy is because it goes with Weatherman SNOOFLAKE, who has 40 power, 40 health, and he's actually from the planet Palicium. And if you cosplay this creature whilst the Weatherman CLOOD's on your planet, you draw 1 card and you double that Weatherman CLOOD's power. So he goes up to a pretty big 280, which is very, very strong for a 4-star. And that's just a little sort of combo that just adds another sort of angle into the deck that doesn't focus on the nano rays. So that's it for the creatures. Now we've just got the combiner creature, which you've seen already in set 1. It's Tentaclon. So in this galaxy, you get both parts. You get the Tentaclon tentacles and the Tentaclon head. So that's just ready to play straight away. And now onto the resource cards. The first one is Relantis. So I've been talking a lot about this card in the video already, but basically when a nano ray creature on your planet's killed, you attach it to this card like it's just an attachment card. So that's any of the 6 nano rays that you get in this galaxy, and then you can kill any 4 cards attached to this Relantis to free play any 1 ZETTORAY creature from your hand. And obviously there's only one in the game at the moment, which is ZETTORAY MANTALOSSUS, which you saw before, which gets some crazy abilities when you play it with the ability of Relantis. And Relantis is a common, and you get 2 copies of that in this galaxy. Next up, we've got a Bull Warder, which says when any creature on your planet with 5 stars or less would be killed, you can kill this Bull Warder instead. And this is just good because on the planet Palicium, there's a lot of weak creatures, a few strong creatures, and not many in between, so this is just good for protecting those weak ones. Next up, we've got the Sacred Reef. This is a card which I really like the artwork of, which is going to be seen in set 2, but it's getting a little early release here, and it doubles the power and health of all Palicium creatures on both players' planets, which have 2 stars or less, so it just makes those weak ones a lot stronger. Next up, we've got a Swirlpool. This is from set 1, and you return a Palicium creature with 5 or more stars from your hand to your galaxy, then you add a different Palicium creature with 3 stars or less from your galaxy to your hand. So I think this will be really good if you have a ZETTORAY MANTALOSSUS in your hand, which you don't want to play because you haven't got a Relantis. You can just shuffle that back into your galaxy, add a Nano Ray to your hand, and then if you add Nano Ray Gymnoris, you can play that card and get a Relantis to your hand. So Swirlpool can really start off some cool combos. And this card wasn't that useful when set 1 was first released, but now it's getting to be pretty good, I think. We've then got a Mystical Relic Golden Chalice. Both players shuffle all cards from their hands back into their galaxies, then both players draw the same amount of cards. A point, which gives you a point. This is just a few reprints from set 1, which are pretty simple. Charge Blaster, you pay stars equal to the stars of a creature on either player's planet to kill that creature. Bowl-Eyed Comet, which kills 1 permanent resource card on either player's planet. Because you're going up against the Sheos galaxy, this is going to get rid of their Sheosian Lavering Hole, which is a very good card, so I think Bowl-Eyed Comet will be quite important. We've then got Double Wormhole, which is a sneak peek card from set 2. You shuffle any 2 of your killed creatures back into your galaxy, so this can just recycle your killed Nano Rays, so you can play them back, attach them to Relantis, and then play Zeta Rays. And Galaxy's Gift, which gives you 2 stars. We've then got a brand new Activator card, for which Mystical Beast of the Deep features on the artwork, and it's called Super Splot. And it reads, when you play a Palicium creature with 3 stars or less to your planet, you kill 1 resource or attachment card on your opponent's planet. So it's kind of like a Bowl-Eyed Comet, however it can kill attachment cards as well, so it's a bit more powerful. Although because it's obviously an activator card, it can be a bit situational with its activation time. Then for the attachment cards, we've got another brand new card, which is Nano Ray Nano Stinger. This one's quite complicated, but if you bear with me, this card can be attached to a Relantis on your planet. So this is the only card in the game so far that can be actually attached to a resource card. And then if that Relantis would be killed, you can kill this card instead. So this card can basically count towards your Nano Ray count attached to Relantis, which you can then detach to play the ZETTORAY. But then also, if you want to, you can kill this card whilst it's attached, and one other card attached to that Relantis to kill one creature on your opponent's planet. So if you've already played your ZETTORAY and there's no chance you're getting it back, you can then go ahead and use Nano Ray Nano Stinger to do some damage to your opponent using your Relantis. So I think that's pretty cool. It just gives Relantis a few extra uses. We've then got another new card, which is Death Talisman Sheos. I showed you the other Death Talisman card in the last video, but basically this is just made to counteract the Sheos Galaxy, which I'm bringing out at the same time as this. And you attach it only to a Sheos creature, and then when this Death Talisman card has been on a player's planet for 2 of that player's full turns, you kill every creature on your planet, whether they're Sheos or not. So it takes a bit of time to get going, but when this card kind of reaches that tipping point, you're really going to do some damage to your opponent, so that's quite an exciting card. We've then got a reprint of Galactic Saber, which gives the attached creature 70 power, which can just boost up some of those weak Palicium creatures. Then got Smachinism, which reads every time your opponent gains a point, the attached creature loses 50 power. This is kind of made to counteract the Sheos Galaxy again, because a lot of those creatures have very, very high power, so this is going to be good for getting around that. And then the final card is the planet Palicium. This is the 36th card in the Galaxy. And if you don't know what it does, you basically kill any 2 Palicium creatures on your planet that have a combined total of 6 stars or less to free play any 1 Palicium creature from your hand. So again, the whole theme of Palicium is you're using very, very weak creatures and very, very strong creatures kind of in harmony with each other to make beating your opponent a lot easier. And yeah, Palicium is probably one of the less powerful planet cards on its own, but you can pull some really good combos off, and it can come and save you in your time of need, especially with the new card Duple Drop, because this can count as the 2 separate creatures you use, so you can just kill a Duple Drop from your planet, which counts as 2 Palicium creatures, and then you can go ahead and free play something really big like a Mystical Beast of the Deep, or even a Crunch on it if you've been lucky enough to get one in set 1. So yeah, that's every card for this Galaxy. Let me know what you think of the cards inside, let me know what your favourite card is, and how you think this Galaxy sort of ranks up compared to the Sheos Galaxy. Let me know which one you prefer, which one you think will be better. In my personal opinion, I'd say the Sheos Galaxy is a little bit stronger in terms of winning a game, but this Galaxy has some better combos, which if you can pull off are really going to overpower your opponent with less chance of them coming back. And it's probably more fun as well, because if you can pull off those crazy combos, it's going to be pretty satisfying. But yeah, anyway, this Galaxy is currently being shipped to me from the Game Crafter, so it should arrive in a couple of days, so stay tuned for an opening video, and then of course the cards will finally be released on the Game Crafter for you guys to get your hands on. And yeah, if you haven't checked out the Sheos Galaxy, then check out that video and let me know which ones you prefer, either the Depths of Palicium or the Infernos of Sheos. So yeah, really excited for these to be released. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. Enter my 10,000 subscriber competition if you haven't done already. It's going to be closing in about a week's time. So stay tuned for that. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.